Hey, I'm about to get onto a Zoom call with a potential client, and so you'll be able to hear the exchange and the back and forth of questions. So it's going to be on Zoom. So let's go ahead and see if he's waiting for me. So he was already late. We were supposed to be at 2, and his assistant contacted me like 1 minute prior to 2, saying that he'd be 15 minutes late. So that's already strike 1. I only give 2 strikes. So let's see. It's 2:15 now, so we'll give him just a couple of minutes here. So this kind of thing, he's already, he's 1 minute late to the meeting. You never want to be late to a meeting. So that'll be, I carry all this stuff into the quote that I would give a potential client. So because it's an early indicator that this client might be difficult to work with. Because they're already difficult. You haven't even met them yet. So it's 2:17. So he's 15 minutes late to the first agreed upon meeting time, and then he's 2 minutes late to this one. So he's got about another minute or 2, and then I say goodbye.
Steve,
Chris, how you doing?
you look better than your pictures.
Oh, do I?
You do. I don't know. And the Zoom doesn't even give off your aura. So
I'll have to update it then.
So I apologize for running a couple minutes late. So let me give you like the TLDR on a bunch of stuff. So I've got my wife handles most of our household finances, and she's just overwhelmed. And she's got some other stuff going on in her life, and I'm like, let me find some help. And our financials are sometimes easy and sometimes not easy. So we've got, at a high level, I'll walk you through us as a family. So I'm a CEO. I'm a CEO of an LLC. We're going to go through a transaction this year. So some liquidity event for myself. It'll all be capital gains. There's nothing I can do about that. And I'll continue on with like my contracts.
So real quick, you want bookkeeping for yourself, not your business, right?
Correct.
Okay.
I've got a CFO and controller and bookkeeper and all that stuff.
So how many bank accounts and credit cards do you have?
I have 2 credit cards, and I think our family has 3 bank accounts.
Okay.
Here's what, and I'll zoom out, right? Like, so.
Well, hold on. So let me drive the bus for a second. So do you currently have bookkeeping?
Nope.
Okay. And what would your starting date want to be? January 1st of this year?
No, today. Well, yeah, it's January 1st of 2022.
Okay. So you don't currently have any bookkeeping. Okay. And it's all personal stuff. Okay. All right. Your turn.
So all that. I think I came to the realization when I was like, I don't know. We just bought a new house and like all this stuff, and she's like, I don't know how much money we have and how much money we're spending. I was like, pause. Like, let me get some help. And then we've got a bunch of medical bills. So my daughter's gone through years of like mental health treatment and inpatient stuff, and I was like, are we reimbursing that? Like, are we billing that to insurance? No, it's a block for my wife. So I like, we've got my income, and it's simple. It's like a W-2, right? And yes, I'll pay capital gains on the sale, and I'll have like a new contract. Not complicated, right? Like that's pretty straight. No, my wife has a couple of trusts. My daughters have a couple of trusts, which make taxes a little bit more confusing. So we've had one tax firm that's based in Napa. They represent us for about 6-7 years. They handled a lot of the setup of accounts across the trusts and the LLCs. That being said, I don't think they're servicing us very well, and I need help beyond just the simple like, yeah, we can deliver that, and like we got our K1s from different. It's actually much more of like, hey, my daughter went through $100,000 in like health costs. Help me submit it. So it's.
And how old is she?
Go ahead.
How old is she?
She's now 18 this year. So yeah, I've got an 18, 14, and 8-year-old.
Okay.
So it really is into like how I need help kind of pulling the whole household together. And just, hey, where are we spending money? How do we have some tax advantages across things? What do we do? Like I'm thinking about buying a new office building. Like, do I set up an LLC for that? Like, so there's like a little bit of tax strategy. There's a little bit of just like execution and bookkeeping. And then there's a little bit of like really manual work of like, hey, I need help. Somebody needs help submit medical bills like back to the insurance.
Yeah.
Those
those can take a lot of time.
They can. And I was like, that's what I would use my normal like business controller and like bookkeeper for at the business. I was like, I wonder if there's somebody like that for a family office. But
I mean, I don't do that type of stuff. I don't do taxes anymore either. I do selective bookkeeping. So if you're looking for like a one person to handle kind of everything, I'm probably not a good fit. Because it sounds like you need a tax, somebody that does taxes, somebody that does bookkeeping, somebody that does kind of personal assistant kind of stuff, strategy, consulting. And I've simplified my life to where I really just do bookkeeping. I don't do.
I want to be you. That's what I.
Yeah, I learned that like more stuff is more stress. So, so we can save each other time right now if we're not a good fit. And I do appreciate Scarlett reaching out.
Yeah. Well, it's a bummer. You're a block away. I was like,
do you have any recommendations for anybody that would work out for all of these?
I don't know anybody. I don't know anybody that does all of that. I'm sure there's a business out there that does all of that, but I don't know of an individual that does all of that.
I mean that makes sense. And like even when I work with like fractional CFOs or accounting firms, they've got a bunch of people at different pay rates. Like medical expenses are a lot of time, but it doesn't require the same as a CPA. Person.
That's kind of, as it's a huge hassle kind of work, which is why a lot of people don't like to do it. So, I wouldn't want to go down that road myself.
Cool. So you don't have any recommendations on somebody you enjoyed working with?
No, I don't know anybody that is a one-stop shop for all that stuff.
Okay. What about pieces of it?
Yeah, you could definitely find somebody that would handle the bookkeeping and the tax, all the tax stuff, helping you with, planning for the future and the consulting piece of it as well. There's definitely that person out there. But that kind of the other stuff that's not bookkeeping or taxes would probably fall into somebody else's lap.
Okay.
Yeah. So maybe two people.
Am I crazy, Steve?
Huh?
Am I crazy?
No,
Am
normal.
I the only one who asked for this? Like, I'm like,
No,
She
it's
just likes doing the medical reimbursements.
yeah. You should probably just have one person tackle that, and then somebody a CPA firm that does the rest. It sounds like to me.
I mean, and I've thought about that. The hard part is like, the breast is always a lot of work and is tied into
Yeah.
even then like some tax planning stuff. At the level that we were spending for the last few years.
Yeah.
So you don't do any tax, Steve?
I don't do any taxes anymore.
Why do you say that while you're smiling?
Because I don't miss it.
Fair enough.
Well, you need to update your website.
I know, I do. You're right.
Well, hey Steve, I appreciate you taking the time.
Yeah, I wish you good luck.
I appreciate it, and maybe I'll see you around sometime.
Okay, yep,
I'll see you around.
yep, take care.
Thanks.
Thank you,
Yep.
Steve.
See ya, bye. So that's how some of them go.